All right. Hey guys, welcome to my video. My name is Mike Sancho, and this is going to be an introduction on Forex and what is it, and understanding lots and leverage inside of Forex. Be sure to subscribe to my videos for more content. I'm going to be putting out a lot of um, free videos for you guys and teaching you how to trade in the markets, in the hopes that you guys can start making some money, right? Because that's what we're all after. When we're trading, of course. So let me dive right into it now. Okay. So Forex, what the heck is it, right? Um, so Forex, okay, stands for foreign exchange. Okay, so you can see, in the word Forex, just break it down, the four and the X. And it stands for foreign exchange. So what does that mean? Um, that's basically um, currencies are being traded for one another. Okay, so let's think of this scenario, right? Let's say you're going to another country. Let's say we're flying to England, right? Okay, so we're gonna hop on a plane, and you know everyone there, all the vendors, restaurants, whatever, they use their currency in that country. They're using the pound or the euro typically. So what we would do is we would take our US dollar, okay, and each currency has its own value. So um, what we do is it exchanges at a certain rate. So we're selling the US dollar into the Great Britain pound at this exchange rate, right? So that exchange, that's that transaction, that's where the money is made. So, um, what we could do is, load ourselves up with, a briefcase of money and travel around the world and trade these currencies for, maybe something with a higher or lower value, and swap these currencies around and make the profits in between these transactions as the prices, go up and down as they're being traded, and the value is being determined. Or we can do it from the comfort of our home, being that we live in, the digital age, and really the greatest time to be alive ever, with the most opportunity ever. And we can, trade off of any smart device, um, smartphone, laptop, tablet, uh, whatever, really, wherever you can connect to the internet. So, I mean, you could be doing this from your home in your bed, or you could be doing it, um, on the beaches of the world. So, yeah, so and that's exactly what we're doing, is we're just trading um, these currencies against one another, and we're collecting the profits in between, and we're profiting off the change in price movement. So if you think of, like, for example, in the stock market, um, in the stock market, you have, you buy a stock at, let's say it's Nike stock or whatever, and whatever price it's trading at, 40, $50, whatever. We buy it at $50. We buy 100 shares of this stock, and it goes up to $60. We made $10 per share, so we made $1,000. So this is a similar concept, except instead of company shares, we're trading actual currencies. And the forex market, actually, the forex market is a lot bigger than the stock market. A lot of people don't know this. Daily trading volume is approximately $5.4 trillion daily. I'm gonna minimize this a little bit so it doesn't get in the way of the notes here. Okay, so it's about $5.4 trillion daily. Okay, which is massive. It's the largest financial market on the planet. So it's absolutely insane. Um, the amount of money that you potentially have the possibility of making it. So, understanding lots and leverage inside of the market, um, which is how you actually place trades. This is where some people get confused because when you go in the stock market, it's a little easier to understand at first because it's like, okay, I'm buying $1,000 worth of this, this share or whatever, this stock. I'm buying $1,000 worth, and then I'm selling it for however much amount. But since we profit off of what are known as pips in the Forex market, which is a percentage point, okay, we need what's known as leverage to be able to profit from these, because a pip is really just a thousandth of $1. So if we got that one right there on the end, that thousandth, this digit right here is going to be the pip. So if we bought at 1.020, okay, and then we sold it at, let's say we sold it here at 1.040, okay, that's a difference of 20 pips, okay, because if you subtract it, that's 20 pips, okay. So that's basically what a pip is. So it's a fraction of a penny, really small amount. So if we were taking our money without using any leverage at all, it'd be really difficult to make any money worthwhile. So what happens is when you trade inside of Forex, okay, you have to trade through a brokerage, okay? It's not an actual person like you used to deal with in the older days. You would have to uh, let's see, you would have to go through a person, a physical person. Um, who would place the trade for you. Sorry, I was getting a message on my phone, but yeah, back in the day, you'd go through an actual person. Nowadays, we use an online brokerage, and they just place the trades automatically. Everything goes through instantly, and you make your money, you make your trades like this, like lightning speed. So it's awesome. Okay, so you go to the Forex broker, and they extend to you leverage. Now, the average Forex broker will give you 200 to 1,000 times leverage. So what does that mean? If you had $1,000, for example, on a uh, 1,000 times leveraged account, okay, you would have up to $1 million to trade with in your trading account. Okay, so I know that sounds like a huge amount, but in Forex it's not, because remember, this is a $5.4 trillion a day market. So $1 million is not that much, and remember, we're only profiting off of 1,000 1/1000th of dollars in pips. Okay, so we need a lot of money to use. Okay, so when you place a trade, you're going to use what's known as a lot size. So you may say, I'm trading a 1.0 lot, which is known as a standard lot size. Okay, and what this is a $100,000 market trade. Okay, and what that equals per pip, if you break it down, oh, come on. So if you break it down, a 1.0 lot equals $10 per pip. Okay, and then, or we could do, for example, like a 0.1 lot, which is known as a mini lot. Okay, this is a $10,000 market trade, and that gives us, okay, mini lot gives us $1 per pip. Okay, so we have different lot sizes we use that determine our profitability per pip. Okay, so if we had $1,000, okay, leveraged 1,000 times through our broker, we would have $1 million in buying power. If a standard lot is a $100,000 market trade, that means on our $1,000 account with 1,000 times leverage, we have up to 10 standard lots to trade with. Okay, and you can even go as small as micro lots. Got micro lot here, and that's just $1,000 market trade. Okay, and let's see. So can you guess, what the value would be per pip? Be 10 cents per pip you would gain or lose. Okay, so if we had a standard lot and we bought a currency pair, and let's say we sold and profited 100 pips using a standard lot size, okay, 100 pips times $10 a pip is $1,000 profit. Okay, and you can do whatever. We teach we teach you how to properly manage your risk when you're choosing your lot sizes. So you should never really be risking more than 1 to 3% of your account. Okay, so that's how you determine your lot size, and it could be a 0.33 lot, which would be $3.33 a pip. You could have a 5.0 lot, which could be, what is this, $50 a pip. Okay, or you could even do 100 lots or more, and there we'd be looking at $1,000 per pip. Okay, so this is where the power of the Forex market really comes in, and I want you guys to understand this. Okay, let's say we have let's do an example here. Once you get a little more experience in trading, let's say you have a large account size. Let's say you have $100,000 in your account, and we have a 1,000 times leveraged account. Okay, so that means that our buying power would be, and I'm just pulling out a calculator for this. I probably should be able to do it in my head. Okay, so our buying power is $100 million. Okay, so that gives us up to, let's see, that gives us up to 1,000 standard lots that we can trade. So we're not going to leverage our entire account, okay, because that's not proper risk management. But let's say we use the 100 lots like I just mentioned here, okay. So we put 100 lots on a trade, 100 lots, and we buy the euro versus the US dollar. And let's say for this example, price was here, okay. And then let's say sold at 1.2100. Okay, so that means we gained 100 profitable pips. Okay, because we start right here. Okay, these are single digit pips. Okay, and then these are 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, and here we got the third digit. So now we're at 100 pips we gained. Okay, from here to there we gained 100 pips. Okay, we have 100 lots on our trade, which means our profitability is $1,000 per pip. So let me break out the calculator again. 1,000. Okay, 1,000 times 100. Well, I don't need the calculator for that, but now that I pull it out. But so that means our trade would have profited us $100,000 on that single trade. Okay. Um, and that is more than possible in the Forex market. Remember, I was telling you the $5.4 trillion per day. You know, that gives us a huge um, amount of liquidity in the market and the ability to make this kind of money. You know, I've met traders who have made upwards of $1 million in a single day. So the potential is absolutely incredible. So once you understand this and wrap your head around it and the ability to make money, you will never stop wanting to learn this skill, because once you learn this, I mean, I can tell you, you are free for life once you learn this. Once you learn this stuff, you are absolutely free for the rest of your life. Um, so, you know, real quick, I just want to go over a little more on the market, and then I'm going to go into a chart and show you guys a little bit about what it looks like. So, okay, the Forex market trades 24 hours a day. How does it do that? First of all, we have 4 major sessions. Okay, we have New York, London, Tokyo, and Sydney session. Okay, so that's how it's running 24 hours a day, and does this for about 5.5 days out of the week. Okay, so this gives us time freedom to be able to trade whenever it's convenient to us. You know, a lot of people are not able to get into things like the stock market, whatever, because you know they don't have the time to. The stock market's only open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, and really the only good time to trade in that market is you know, the first couple hours, the first hour and a half, 2 hours of the day, because that's when the volume and the liquidity is there. In the Forex market, we don't need to worry about that. The stock market trades maybe, you know, 40 to 50 billion dollars a day. We're trading over upwards of 5.4 trillion dollars a day. That's money that you can't even wrap your head around. So for us to come in and make $100,000 a day, you know, that's like pennies. That's not even pennies. I mean that's easily doable once you have the account size for it. So what we need to do is just learn how to grow and compound an account and get to that level. Because when you have a large account, I mean, if you have a $200,000 account, okay, if you're making 5% of your account per day, you know, you're making $10,000 a day. I mean, $10,000 a day is a lot of money. It's pretty insane amount of money. So, you know, even if you just have $50,000 in your account, and say you're making, you know, 10% a week, you know, $5,000 a week. Who doesn't want $20,000 a month? You know, that puts you in the top income earners. So, you know, this is huge. This is really huge stuff, guys. So when this was introduced to me, I mean, it almost blew my head off. I just saw it and I was like, you got to be kidding me! Like, where did this come from? I hadn't heard about it because I'd only known about the stock market. So this absolutely blew my head off. And when I found out, you know, how the leverage works and how you have the ability to make the profits, right? When you can short the market ease, okay, meaning in the stock market, you can pretty much only buy or go to the long side. You're just making money typically buying a stock and selling when it's higher. In Forex, what we can do is we can sell when the market is high and close our profit drops. So we can make money whether, you know, it's going up or going down. So why would you only want to make money if it only goes one way when you can make money either way it goes? You know, it makes no sense. Also, what we have in the stock market is known as the PDT. Okay, what's that? Pattern day trading. Okay, and this is a minimum equity rule, meaning you need a minimum of $25,000 in your brokerage account to day trade. Okay, so that means you can't you can't place more than 3 round trip trades or day trades in a rolling 5-day period. Okay, so I mean you just can't make money. You're set to fail. You're set up to fail in the stock market. In Forex, you know, set up brokerage account with as little as 10, $20 and start trading. You can place 50 trades a day, as many trades as you want. So why wouldn't you do that? And another thing to deal with in the stock market is manipulation. In the stock, okay, you get these hedge fund guys and these you know fraudulent activity. Okay, pump and dumps. Okay, penny stocks. I mean, I see a lot of people going to trade penny stocks, and penny stocks are just garbage stocks. I mean, there's a reason these companies trade at pennies on the dollar. You don't want to try to make your money in penny stocks, and you really can't make any money in penny stocks. I mean, you can make money, but you can't scale it. You can't make $100,000 a day. There's no volume. There's not enough liquidity. It just doesn't work. So, these are some of the basics. I mean, this is a pretty good overview. Okay, this is how the market is set up. It's the largest market on the planet. Okay, this thing's not going anywhere. But a lot of people don't know about it. So, seeing the potential it has and how it's changed my life, I almost feel it a duty to teach people about it and let them know and show them the way and teach them, from the ground up. Start with the basics because, um, there's an Asian proverb. It says, "If you find a better way and keep it to yourself, it's an insult to humanity." And I truly believe that. I want to free as many people as I can. Nobody wants to work for someone else's dream their entire life. You just don't have to do that. All you need is just a little bit of dedication and willing to learn this stuff. So I'm going to show you the charts right now and uh, show you a little bit of what it looks like. Okay, don't freak out when you see this. Okay, I know it may look a little bit like Chinese or like another language. Okay, we all think that at first, but just remember, everyone started as a beginner with absolute zero knowledge, and I can tell you it's not as complicated as you think at all. Okay, so just sit back and relax, take a deep breath. Don't think, oh, I'm not smart, I wasn't good in school, I can't. You need to be a computer whiz to learn this. You need to be some kind of genius to learn this. Trust me, I've seen 10-year-olds master this, and I've seen 80-year-olds master this. Okay, you're never too young to boss up, and you're never too old to start something new. Okay, it's not rocket science, guys. It's a chart that shows price, and it goes up and down. Okay, so this is how it's displayed. Okay, and this is this chart we're looking at right here. It says GBP USD. Okay, so this is the Great Britain pound, the British pound, traded against the US dollar, and it's trading right now at 1.40069. And you can see it's moving up and down. Okay, and this is how we make our money. We buy and sell all day long, and the charts repeat the same patterns, and we know when to buy and when to sell and when to take our profit. Okay, so this means that for every $1.40 approximately US, that's going to give us 1 pound. That's the exchange rate. Okay, and what we're looking at here, okay, these are candlesticks. We look at the charts on different time periods. Okay, this is a 4-hour time period, and all that means that each candlestick is a 4-hour time period. Okay, we'll look a little bit closer. Green means it's going up, red means it's going down. Okay, so you can see we have 4 points on this candle. You see these things at the bottom, these little skinny wicks, we call them, coming off. So we call these candlesticks. Okay, so these wicks here. So this solid bottom right here, okay, this is where price was at the beginning of the 4 hours. Okay, this solid part up here is where price ended at the 4 hours. Okay, and then this was the lowest low of the time period, the wick. Okay, so it maybe opened, went up here, and came back down here, and then went all the way up here, and then it came to the top wick here, and that was the highest point of the 4 hours. Okay, and then it closed here where it's solid. Okay, and same for red. It started. Okay, price from the previous 4 hours was all the way up here when it ended, and then it started here. There's this tiny little wick on top here. Price might have went up a tiny bit, and then it came all the way down here. And this solid bottom is where price was ended at the end of the 4 hours. Okay, so I mean, just look at that. Started here. If you look to the right, this is $1 point, 39446. Okay, and just in that 4 hours, it ended up here, 1.4065. Okay, so that's a lot of pips right there. So let me break out calculator, 3946 and 4065. So that's like 100. Actually, I can use this little ruler here to help me calculate the pips. So yeah, I mean, that was like 120 pips right here in one candle. So 120 pips. So remember that example I showed you earlier, where if we had 1,000 lots on it, we made 100 pips, be $100,000. Okay, that would have been $120,000 if we had 1,000 lots on it in one trade and within 4 hour time period. So even if, let's just say we had a standard lot on it, okay, and we made 120 pips, that's $1,200 in one trade. Not too bad, right? Okay, I think you should be seeing the potential of this right now. Okay, but yeah, guys, that's gonna end it for this video. Okay, this was just a basic overview on what is Forex, what does it look like, a little bit about the market, comparison with the stock market a little bit, and understanding lots and leverage. Okay, so if you guys, what I would recommend, before you start trading anything, you want to practice on a demo account. So below the video, there's going to be a link, and you can set up a demo account with the broker. Okay, that's the broker that I personally use, and they've been very reliable for me and a bunch of my friends and so forth. So I'd set up a demo account with them, and I'll show you how to set up a demo account on one of my other videos so that you guys know how to do that. But it's not very difficult, and that way you can practice. That's the greatest part of this, guys, is that you can practice this in real time in the real market with a demo account, demonstration account, before you ever put live money into this. Okay, and that's strongly, strongly, strongly recommended. Don't be like everyone and think you can just hop in and make money automatically, because you can't. I mean, there's a right way to do this, and there's a lot of wrong ways to do this. Okay, everyone thinks that they can just figure it out, but I'm telling you, you may get lucky a couple times and think, okay, I'm going to throw all my money in there. Don't do that. You need the right training. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you guys the basics, and we'll start getting a little more advanced as I go on. But I also have access to some really high quality trading tools that I personally use. So in the other link down below, okay, you can check out on my site. Okay, it's forexwithmike.com. Okay, we have an overview of the trading tools that I use, so you guys can check them out if you want to get serious with this and use them yourself. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be bringing a lot of videos, a lot of free content, a lot of value. So definitely want to get updated when I release new videos. Okay. But I want to thank you guys for watching and taking your time. I know that time is the most valuable asset there is. That's why we're out for time freedom. That's why we're here learning trading. Okay, so we can get back our time and we can live, the life that we really want to. So that's going to end it for me, guys. Mike Sancho. Um, have a great day and night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in the world. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. And I hope to see you soon. Thanks, guys.